What is up, YouTube? Welcome to MANvsVR, and today I'm bringing you guys a top 5 in honor of the midnight launch tonight for the PSVR. As I said in a recent video, I will be missing out on it, but don't worry, it'll be here, and we've got a lot of time to plan ahead and plan accordingly for what we're going to be doing when we get it. I'm really pumped to see what everybody says for the reviews, and I'm really pumped to see all the gameplays that people release. So in honor of the midnight release, we're going to be doing a countdown of the top 5 games that have me the most hyped for the PSVR, and we're gonna have a little bonus, but let's go ahead and dive into number 5. Okay, so taking the 5th spot today on the list is going to be Riggs Mechanized Combat League. Now, Riggs Mechanized Combat League is a combat sports video game for the PlayStation 4 developed by Gorilla Cambridge and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. And basically, it's a PvP game online in VR where you're put in like a mechanical suit and you're just hopping around, shooting each other, and filling the objective. And it really looks a lot of fun. I really am curious to see how far this evolves. It kind of looks like they were kind of aiming more towards an esport type game, and it really shows, and I really hope that maybe this right here could potentially be the first esport in VR, even though I personally think that Onward should take that title, but you know, we can always hope that, you know, something can happen with this game. So it has me really pumped. You know, one of my favorite games of all time has always been online multiplayers, where you're pit against another player or other players, and you got to take them out, and you got to play the objective, and you got to win. You know, I'm a very competitive person at heart when it comes to online gaming. It just takes, you know, the best of me, and it definitely gets me in the game, and VR just takes it to a whole new level, and I'm really pumped to see how this game turns out. Taking number 4 on the list today is going to be Until Dawn Rush of Blood. Now, Until Dawn Rush of Blood is an upcoming Until Dawn spinoff developed by Supermassive Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment for the PlayStation VR, and it will be a launch title as well for the PlayStation VR, and I'm really pumped for this game. I love horror games. Now, granted, I like horror games outside of VR, and so far, horror games in VR have been one of the most scariest things I've ever experienced. Honestly, like, I know it's just a whole take off the mask, but I feel like there's more to it than that. Like, it really gets at your, like, adrenaline. It really, you know, it just pulls you into the immersion, and while you don't want to stay there, at the same time, you want to see what happens next, and it's just, you know, it's an experience you can't explain. And I enjoy it at the same time. It's like going to a haunted house. You know, I don't want to go, but when you're going through it, you're having so much fun. But it's 10 times worse in VR, because even though these things aren't physically there, like, it's just so much more scarier, because it's just so much more, I don't know, it's just so much more scarier. Okay, so taking the 3rd place on the list is Batman Arkham VR. Now, this game looks phenomenal. Unfortunately, I hear it's really short, anywhere under the hour-long range, but it's only $20, and it's definitely something I could see myself having a blast in. I mean, ever since a kid, who hasn't wanted to be Batman Arkham VR? Now, Batman is a game where you get to experience Gotham City through the eyes of the world's greatest detective in an all-new Arkham mystery. Think like Batman. Utilize his legendary gadgets and virtual reality to unravel the plot that threatens the lives of Batman's closest allies. Now, to me, this sounds like a win-win. Not only do I get to be Batman, but I get to act like Batman. So, it's definitely something I'm looking forward to. I just wish it was a little longer, but maybe they'll come out with some DLC for like $5 a pop. I don't know. Seems worth it to me if it's $5 a pop. You get another story. We'll see. But I feel like there's just more to this game than what they're giving us right now, and I really hope that's true. Taking number 2 on the list today is Here They Lie. Now, Here They Lie is another title coming out with launch, and Here They Lie is a dark psychological horror experience that transports you to a terrifying, surreal world inhabited by strange and malevolent creatures. Unimaginable horrors lurk around every corner, just out of sight, haunting and infecting your mind. Now, this sounds like something that's going to take the cake when it comes to PSVR launch, and I really can't wait to get into this game. Between this and Until Dawn, we got a lot going for us in the beginning with just horror stuff. 2 promising games, 2 promising stuff. Like, we already got one from a promising series, Until Dawn, you know, and now we're getting Here They Lie, which looks absolutely promising, and everything that I've read about this game says it was like the best at all the conventions that it was debuted at. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this game takes on with the community and seeing if it takes off the way that I expect it to. Alright, so taking the number 1 spot on the list today is Robinson, The Journey. The reason why this is taking the number 1 spot is because this game looks absolutely phenomenal. There hasn't been a single person that I've seen or talked to that's tried it and hasn't enjoyed it. And personally, in my opinion, this looks like the ultimate game that VR needs as a AAA title and as something to take it out of the shadows. Because right now, VR is in the shadows so deep that there's just not a game out there that looks amazing enough to even pull people in. And this looks like the game right here. Robinson The Journey is a brand new virtual reality game from Crytek harnessing the power of CryEngine. Robinson The Journey will offer players an unparalleled sense of presence in a game world as they assume the role of a young boy who has crash landed on a mysterious planet. With freedom to explore their surroundings in 360 degrees of detail, players will become pioneers by interacting with the rich ecosystem around them and unearthing incredible secrets at every turn. Now, how does this not sound like a tier 1 VR experience? No one has had a T1 experience yet in VR. Let's be honest. HTC Vive's closest announcement right now is Fallout. That's next year. That sounds phenomenal to me right now. And this game right here is the second reason why I'm getting PSVR. Essentially, the second reason. And the reason why I'm saying that is because now we're going to go on to the bonus round. And the bonus round is going to be... And taking the bonus round is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Resident Evil 7 is an upcoming survival horror video game developed and published by Capcom. The game is slated for release on Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, with the PlayStation 4 version including full PlayStation VR support. Now this is something that completely sold me on PSVR right away as soon as they announced it, as soon as they showed it, simply because the very first game I ever owned on a PlayStation back in 1996 or 97, I cannot remember exactly, but around that time was Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut. Now that game was the scariest game of its time, and it was the most scariest. I mean, I remember in the very beginning when you're walking through, there's this hallway you're walking down after you do this little puzzle, and the next thing you know, a dog just jumps in the window. That was like the first thing to ever scare me, aside from the cutscene with the zombie turning his head and then coming after you. That was pretty freaky. But, you know, being able to experience Resident Evil in a VR world, oh my gosh, it's just, that's a dream come true, and that's why it's taking the bonus. And the only reason why it's not getting the number 1 spot is because it's not coming out right away for PSVR. It's not coming out until January, I believe, but it's definitely going to look promising. I just hope that the PSVR is able to hold up till then. You know, I hope it just doesn't get a slew of bad reviews and everything, because right now it's not looking too good, but it's not looking too bad. I kind of say like it's almost like on the fence type deal, but you know, time will tell, and we'll see how everything goes. But till next time, guys, take it easy, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys are getting the PSVR launch. I can't wait to join you guys, and also thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button, and also if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for awesome VR content coming up, and I'm out of here. Peace.